guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lilian and today we're in my kitchen again because I'm making some TSOM meals. You guys wanted to see some vegan recipes for TSOM season, so I was like, why not show you? So I'm going to make some SHIRO and HAMLI. These are traditional Ethiopian Eritrean dishes. They're vegan and they're super easy to make, so I'm going to show you guys how to make them today. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys asked for some TSOM meals, so here I am giving it to you. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and don't forget to subscribe. Also, for the people that have been asking for the giveaway, it is coming. I just need to get it ordered, which will be in April. So because I wanted to do like a special giveaway for you guys, I wanted to have like some special items and not just some makeup or whatever. Before we head into the video, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Lilian Tseggai. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. So the ingredients are very simple. You need tomatoes, onions. I like to use yellow onions rather than red ones when it comes to traditional meals. Garlic, a green pepper, spicy one. This is the SHIRO powder, just like this. Spinach for the HAMLI, I use frozen spinach. And then you need Berbere. This is a mix of garlic and black pepper, some garlic powder, and some salt. And then of course some oil. You can use any oil, olive oil, sunflower seed oil. We're going to start off with the SHIRO. So I'm using the bigger onion for this. I'm so bad at cutting onions and everything actually, but onions are the worst. My eyes burn after like just looking at them. While we're cutting the onion, I'm just going to put some olive oil in the pot. And we're going to put that on medium heat. Also, make sure to wash your hands before because ain't nobody trying to get no virus. If you can, cut the onions like as small as possible, as fine as possible. I'm like really bad at it. I think I'm gonna use about 2 to 3 pieces of garlic. In the meanwhile, the oil has probably heated up, so you can add the onions. So that's just gonna fry. So I cut up 3 garlic pieces here, and now I'm going to continue to the tomatoes. I'm gonna add 1.5 tomato just because I had half a tomato left in the fridge that I didn't want to go to waste. But you can really use as much tomato as you like, really. Just try to cut it as small as possible. Now I'm going to add the garlic. Mix that up. We're gonna let that sit for about 1 or 2 minutes while I cut the onion for the spinach. As you can see, the onion and the garlic is starting to get a little brown, so I'm gonna add the tomato. And I forgot to boil water, but you're gonna let this cook. And I like to add a little berbere now. You can really add berbere in any stage of this cooking process, but I like to add it with the onions. And just add as much as you like. If you want it to be really spicy, you can add a little more. Okay, now you want to put it on low medium heat. While the water is boiling. And then when the water is boiled, you can add it to this onion tomato base. Now I'm going to add a little oil to the pan for the hamli, and I'm putting the heat on medium. My water has boiled and I'm just going to add it to this pot. So it depends on how much shiro you want to make, but you can kind of see like how much water you need. And I'm gonna let this boil a little for the tomato to get really soft. So for the hamli, I have 2 big pieces of garlic and 2 small ones. To be honest, when it comes to hamli, I don't really mind if the garlic or the onion is in big or small pieces. But in shiro, you just want it to be smooth, so that's why. I'm going to add the onion to the oil now. I'm going to add the garlic now to the onions. So the onion and the garlic is starting to get a little brown. So I'm going to add my frozen spinach. You can also use fresh spinach. I just can never finish fresh spinach, which is why I use frozen ones. Because it's frozen, it obviously needs to melt, so you can just let that melt, I guess, or cook. On like medium heat, I would say, medium to low heat. So as you can see, it's not as watery as before. It's a bit more like it has absorbed the water. So what we're gonna do next is add some more water first. To make it easier, just add boiled, like hot water. And then we are going to add our shiro. Now you can buy shiro at, I think, any Eritrean or Ethiopian store. I just get it fresh from Adi, so I wouldn't really know. Now what you want to do is you want to add it while stirring. So that is very difficult in my opinion, but we're gonna try it. And, you know, don't be scared if you add too much powder. You can just add water to it. And if it's too watery, you can just add some powder to it. I had to add it bit by bit. I added it a little too fast, so I could see some lumps now. You need to put it on medium heat, by the way. But yeah, as you can see, it's very thick. So I'm gonna add a little more water. And make sure you're watching the hamli as well. Now you can add some salt to it. You can also do this at the beginning when you're doing the onions with the berbere, but I just realized I forgot. It's a good consistency now, but because I want to let it cook for a little, I'm just going to add a little more water because I know it will get thick again. So now we let it cook for a couple of minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and then we'll be right back. Okay, while that's cooking, you check up on the hamli. As you can see, I added a little too much onion. It's because I thought I had more spinach, but I didn't. And I didn't really have time to go to the supermarket. So yeah, this is too much onion for sure. I think I might add a tomato to it because it's just a bit too much. Okay, so because the spinach had too much onion, or we had too little spinach, I'm going to add some tomatoes. Okay, going to add this to the mixture. And then we're going to add some salt, some garlic powder, some black pepper garlic mix, And I like to add a little bit of berbere to this as well. This is really optional. And then I'm going to add a tiny little bit of water to it. Just so that the tomato can get a little soft and mix with the spinach. And that's beautiful. Now we're going to put this on low heat until the spinach is done, but basically the shiro is done. Now would be the time to taste it, just to see if it's missing any salt or berbere or anything like that. But the consistency is perfect. If you like your shiro a little more thin, you can also add some water. So I added a tiny little bit more water because I am waiting for the hamli to finish, so this can be on the pit for a little longer. But the shiro is basically done. Actually, I need to taste it now, because this is where you taste it and see if it needs any more salt or berbere or anything like that. So be careful, because shiro is really hot. Now that this is cooking, I thought it's time for a little story time in between, because I have some traumatizing experience with shiro. When I was little, I was back home in Eri, and there was a boiling pot of shiro on the floor. Well, not on the floor, like on a farnello, what is it? Like a small fire, basically. The thing that they cook on. So that time we had a bed in the kitchen, which sounds very weird, but it was like a kitchen and living room, and there was a random bed in the living room in one room. So me and my cousin were jumping on the bed and just having fun, and then I dropped, like I fell off the bed, and we literally fell into the shiro. It was boiling hot, the shiro. My hands were like covered in blisters, and it was the worst experience ever, but I still love shiro, so we're still gonna make it. So this is not a how to make injera tutorial. Honestly, I don't know how to make injera. Like, I know I used to like Lois for my mom and actually make the injera, but I don't know the exact measurements and ingredients. Check up on the shiro because you don't want to burn it. I'm going to turn off the shiro now. Last thing is this green chili pepper, or as we like to call it, gur. I think that's how you say it. I washed it, of course, and now I'm just going to cut it up in little pieces, and you can do whatever you want with this. I also could have just put it like this on top of the shiro, but since we're not eating from a ma'di, or like, how do you say it, a sharing platter, I'm just gonna cut it up into pieces and add it to the shiro. I can already smell this, so I know it's gonna be spicy. If you don't like spicy food, you don't have to add this. It does add to the flavor, but for example, you can just take out the seeds like this. Add it. Now this doesn't really have to boil with the shiro or anything. It doesn't have to cook with the shiro. You can just add it at the last step and just let it sit for like a couple minutes while you're preparing the plates and stuff. Because the thing with my stove is that it's electric, so even when I turn it off, it's still hot. Okay, optional, you can add salad if you want. It really makes the meal, to be honest, but we have exams tomorrow, so I'm not even gonna bother doing it. We need to get back to studying. Anyways, the reason why my injera is in bags is because my mom made it for me, or my auntie made it for me, and I just put it in the freezer. So yeah, it's just easier. Of course, this is not that, how do you say it, aesthetic, or it doesn't look like amazing, but it is what it is. It's still food. Because this was in the freezer, it's all broken up. but it will be fine. Just do it like this. See, this one is less messed up. Me and my friend have been hungry for ages, so as you can see, this one is way nicer, but it's whatever. I am going to heat it up in the microwave for about 20 seconds just because it came out of the fridge, so it's a bit dry. This is the moment of truth. Spinach. And then if you're a real Habesha mom, you take a piece of injera and you wipe the spoon with it. And then let's see, it's getting cold. I already put it on the plate. Look at my food. I just wanted your reaction.
That looks so good.
Hey girl. Okay, so ignore the mess, but this is the final result. We're going to film her first bite and her reaction. This time I made it better than last time.
No, it's actually so good. Like, I'm not even joking. It's perfect amount of salt. Like, see how I can't even stop to wait for you.
I put a lot of which you can taste. I just need a little more salt.
You think?
Yeah. But I said that in the video as well. I don't like adding too much salt. I'd rather add little salt and then add more later, you know? Let me close this video or end this video. I'm gonna enjoy my meal. I don't know if she's faking it or enjoying her meal. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell as well. I upload every Sunday. I have a lot of videos planned and coming up. I think I might even upload twice a week for these next few months. Next few weeks, I mean, sorry. Anyways, follow me on Instagram at Lilian Tseggai. Follow her on Instagram at Miku. There she is. And yeah, that was it. If you make this recipe, let me know, tag me and show me. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!